Brothers and sisters, generals, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, family, be thankful that we are alive and breathing, and we are back to conquer another day, another year, and another decade. Because there's some great things going on in the righteous brothers and sisters out here, as well as in our family. So be thankful for those who are staying with it, via family, children, significant other, if we have one, those who are by themselves. That's the time when you get in tune with that great divine spirit. And, that's what our ancestors did. Always bring up Shaka Zulu. Just think of the spirit that Shaka Zulu had, think about it. Just meditate on that. And those who stood with him, I will always bring up Shaka Zulu and many others in that time and long after. Many great warriors, brothers and sisters, that just didn't have no fear, had no time for fear. It's all about seeing clear and being righteous as we can possibly be. We start out being righteous as we can possibly be, and then the deep spiritual and cosmic things will come. But we have to get through the little emotions we have and the little things we have in this old messed up human body, and stay on this divine road and protect our peace at all costs. Please stay on this divine road. Those who are tapped in to that divine spirit, deep within. I mean deep, till we hit the bottom of the barrel. I always like to say, thong. We got to get to that uncomfortable stuff and stuff that make us feel so-called weird, quotation marks, because if you're tapped in to that divine spirit, and this brother, sister, younger or older, family member, there is no weird. It's just changes. We're going through a metamorphosis, That's why we have solitude, so we can stay intact with that divine spirit in ourselves, things we think about when nobody else is around, deal with those battles, fight those battles kind of in our solitude, fight them, we don't have to prove to the world that we have conquered some battle we have deep within. Just fight it, just battle it, and then come out and be positive, be relentlessly positive. We got to be relentless with this positive energy, no matter what. I don't give a damn. We carry that warrior spirit with us, and we turn into generals. That's why I don't say warriors a lot, because we are now generals. We are the captain of our ships. That's something I hadn't said in a long time. But it takes what, brothers and sisters, family? It takes practice. It takes studying. It takes being steadfast, not being wavered. Now, we will get tempted. We will have temptations. Of course, when you're stepping into your higher self, it's automatic that negative things will try to come. But sometimes it's a test, and sometimes it's just thing that's coming through a person. That's why you always hear me say, treat life like a noun. Person, place, thing, and break it down. I like to rhyme every now and then. It's because seventh nature is just in me. Like I said, I've been doing music since the 90s. I've been writing probably way before that, actually. Always been writing rhymes. I got a stack of rhymes, It's almost like a journal. I've written a journal too, and done a lot of amazing things. A lot of amazing things will come about when we tap into our divine spirit, brothers and sisters. It's more than just saying it. And family, anyone that's listening, some of us know this. Some of us maybe are coming into this. Some of us may not know, because we can talk spiritual all day, but if we're not feeling it, it don't mean a damn thing. We have to feel it, know it, see it. And many things come along with this spiritual divine road, eating habits, different things that can sway us in social media and the world. We pull the truth from it. We pull things that can benefit us, our families, ourselves, and, always keep a family spirit, call down protection when we're in our meditative moments, or those who pray, or however we get to that divine spirit. Because as I said, there's only one God, not this made up superficial God. There's only one, no matter how many religions, how many ways we get there, how many labels we put on it, because Mother Nature and that great divine, even though I call it that great divine, is not about labels. It's more powerful than that. That's why I always do podcasts where you see me up in the universe, in the sky, mountains, above the city, because as many of us great teachers out here in our families, in the world, or online. You know, we have to see things, feel things that keep our mind, body, and soul elevated so we can keep our psyche cleansed, because those that speak and those that have gotten to a wise state, whether up in age or young, because we got some wise brothers and sisters that's powerful at a young age too. And I'm talking from 9 to maybe to 20. There is younger youth out there like that. I've experienced it in my own family, and some of my cousins and my children. It's wonderful. I think about the good parts. You have to think about the good parts of one's life that we have given our children, those who have children or have influenced children. If you don't have any, think of the impact of some of the children we have gave along the way. Righteous impact is wonderful because it goes back to that righteous thing in the present. And you see it when you come into the future of all the righteous things that we have done on this lovely road. So, and welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion, I meant to say, and that's why I got this on my banner. And notice it's on the right side of the road. When we on a divine walk and we ain't playing no games, not taking no shit, and we're about uplifting and inspiring those and giving knowledge, things that can help our body and our mind, things that can keep us living, keeping us looking young too, brother or sister. We'll be on this road. There'll be no stops, no turnoffs, unless it's a righteous brother or righteous sister, child, someone that needs help, wants help, and also willing to help oneself. Because if you're healthy, mind, body, and soul, and ain't a damn thing wrong with you. As I said, we can get many things from the outside that can help us. Family members, preachers and teachers, some kind of experience in the world, or, but nothing can be done if we're not trying to help ourselves. And as I always say, folks, that's for me too. And I'll be honest, I got attacked this weekend psychologically. That's when we have to be ready, because you have, like I say, you have maybe days, weeks, months, maybe even a year, a few years where things can go smooth for a long time. And then bam, this test to come along. So that's why in the times when things are going good, that's when we analyze and pay attention to things the most. Because most of the times when we're on this divine road, like my banner here, things will just be going smooth, won't it? No bumps, hiccups, or nothing. But we stay in anticipation mode. So when things do try to come, it won't be that much of an impact, because when we're locked in to that divine spirit, we're ready for things like that. And those who are enlightened and in touch and are somewhat prepared and ready for things to come, whether it's mind, body, and soul, because it could be physically, mentally, and the rest. When we're ready in those three areas, mind, body, and soul, mentally, physically, and spiritually, as many of us talk about, I'm not saying nothing that nobody never heard or nobody else talks about. I'm just adding to humanity and or culture. But when you have been studying this divine walk and you have deflected so many things in our lifetime, not many things will catch us off guard. And that's person, place, thing, something we hear in the news. We won't be swayed by all the celebrity gossip. And there are some maybe good celebs out there, and then, we know about the other side, the flip side. So we have to sift through the toxicity, and toxicity is not cool. So whoever think toxic is cool, you're a damn fool. Because what does toxic mean? People need to really break down toxicity in that word toxic. Toxic is garbage. Toxic is trash. Toxic is something the world throws away. You know what I mean? That can't be recycled. That's what toxicity is to me. Now, let's go back to what I said a few minutes ago. All of us have our little battles. I don't give a damn who we are. As someone said that in the comment in the last podcast I did. And that's very true. And salute to those who comment. And by the way, they're not bots. For anybody who think they're bots. No, they're not bots. It's just how we move. They move like I do. When you're aware and you're at an enlightened space and you ain't taking no shit and you a general, brother, sister, family member, those are the kinds of generals we will attract, because just, people who, see those who comment on my videos, and some I haven't talked to offline, but some I have, and we don't have to, not that we're hiding anything, we're being secretive about stuff. No, it's about protecting oneself and those who are connected to us. And that's why you always hear me say, calling down that great protection from that great divine for ourselves, from ourselves. That's anybody, even those so-called enemies. Because when you're looking to do right and you're right to the pit of your soul, we have no enemies, brothers and sisters. Don't focus. If you're not doing right, if you're doing right, you see right. If you're not doing wrong, you won't see no wrong, even though wrong try to come nearest. But if we've studied human nature, we know why a lot of individuals, melanated brothers and sisters specifically, may come against one another because of that conditioning. Some don't know they're under it. Some do and don't want to come out. Some maybe not able. It's different circumstances. But if we are at a space and we are somewhat mentally healthy, and we do have some kind of intelligence, we have to try. We all get little feelings sometimes. It's not about stopping the feelings. It's about controlling them and analyzing them and seeing where they're coming from. Because that's where a lot of these bad relationships and stuff are stemming from, because we are not dealing with our shit deep within. And that's for me too, folks. I went through the process too, and we still learn. And that's another thing. We have to be mindful and be willing to learn things, especially about ourselves. And if we don't be willing to help ourselves and learn, and learn from our mistakes and try our best to do better, then what I always say, folks, we're going to be stuck in that hamster on the wheel mentality. And I refuse to do that. Now, again, let's go back to the battle I was talking about. We all go through battles now. So, and we don't have to have things on the outside judges, as I always like to bring up what a great brother. It's just, I don't know. I always bring it up what this great brother said, because I don't know. It's just we use it in every part of our lives. We're doing something toxic. Those who are toxic that are healthy now and refuse to do better, we bring judgment upon ourselves when we intentionally live like that. I not bring that up, but it's vital. It's the truth, So that's why we don't judge others until we get ourselves right. We don't judge no one at all. We don't have to. We don't have to hurt no one. We don't have to have revenge. We don't have to do nothing to anyone physically, unless they trying to harm us physically. Then we take different action, because every righteous brother or sister, family member has a right to defend themselves, within reason, But but most of the time when you're righteous, you're in a righteous circle. So you really don't come into stuff like that. And most who don't deal with themselves, they won't come near a brother that's unapologetic, or a sister or a family member. Most of those that haven't dealt with that shit within, they won't come near shit like that, Then you have some that's just the way they move. Like I said, you have some that's sneaky and conniving and toxic, but then you have those that's just the way they move. Like me, It's just how I move. I don't let social media in this world consume me. I'm not taken in by it. I take bits and pieces from it. And we control our divine road. Real talk. But I keep skipping over. I'm going to go back to the battle one had this weekend. Psychologically, a lot of things were entering my mind that didn't belong there. And that's when we analyze. Like I said, when things are going smooth, sometimes that's when we'll get attacked the hardest or real aggressive. But when you have studied yourself and you in tune with your divine spirit, you be like, what the hell? What was that? Why am I thinking that? You can be not thinking nothing wrong at all, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that experienced this. No, fight it. As I've said many times, see where these thoughts are coming from. We in that time, what I said on the song, we are in a spiritual fight, whether we know it or not. It comes subtle or aggressive. And those who aren't aware, they just stuck in a whirlwind of drama and chaos. We got to get out of that shit. Got to have reasoning, because stress kills the body. It's the worst. I don't care if we got police out here shooting or whatever, people out here murdering. Stress is the root of it. Things that's going on in the world. When you really go deeper into individuals and why they do certain things. I'm talking about if it's toxic and then they in front of a camera and, just different things, different toxic impulses we see in the world and on social media. The root of it is a void that's trying to be felt. Now, it took me a while to learn that about oneself. Things been going pretty smooth. Things aren't always smooth, but we have those stable days, stable months, stable year, or stable years, And like I said, those are the times when we pay attention, when things are going smooth. We don't wait till things go bad and then try to get connected with our divine spirit. No, we do it all times. Again, we connect with that divine spirit and get in nature when we can too. Lock on to the principles of nature, because that's a big part of having clarity. Real talk. Learn from nature. Learn from animals when we can. And it took me some time to learn this too. Now I haven't always known this stuff. I've learned this stuff, and always willing to learn more, especially when it comes to improving oneself, so we can improve or try or help to improve everyone else that's in our circle, family, children, significant other, if we have one, generals in our circle, so because as we all can agree, the future is going to come. I say that every now and then, but I fought those psychological battles that try to attack one, so the devil has no power, has no place in my mind. So I don't give a damn what it tries to send my way or try to put in one's psyche. I will stand the divine teacher that the divine has called me on, and so many of us on this divine road. Remember, no turn-offs, no stops, unless it's a brother or a sister, a family member, a child that sincerely needs help and wants help. Child, I really can't put a child in there, because I would say adults. I can't put children in there, because it's different. Children need elders' guidance in some areas. I didn't mean to say child. Adults. If you're a young adult and you're wise, and you know better, you can be helped, but you have to have the willingness to help yourself, because can't help, dead weight. Dead weight is heavy, and like I said, I used to say, you don't have to be alive. You can be alive and be dead. You can be the walking dead. And it's really sad when you see that in individuals that have so much potential and it's just wasting, just squandering their divine gifts. And remember, that's whatever it is, Many of us are called, few are chosen. No, we hear that a lot, but it's starting to become a reality. We can see it, but if we're tapped into that spirit, if we're in that place where we can see things and feel things. When you get to a space, and this brother or sister or family member, when you begin to feel vibrations before we even speak, you're in a good place, because you can figure out things when you can feel energies in different things. When you start to be able to do that and not just saying it, you're stepping into your divine self, and it's not weird. Sometimes it might seem a little scary, sometimes when you're kind of like when you come into a different knowledge or a different way of thinking and living, and everything changes, like Malcolm X said, when we change the way we think, we'll change the way we walk. And we talking about righteous now. We'll change the way we walk. We'll change the way we act. We'll change the way we eat. We'll change how we interact with brothers and sisters, whether it's good brothers and sisters or toxic brothers and sisters. We'll come at each situation we come into, whether it's watching someone on TV or listening to something about celebrity gossip, the latest trend. We will always sit back and go, and analyze things. We get better at that, at stepping back from things. You save yourself a lot of heartache. And that's brother, sister, and this goes with romantic relationships, as I always say, friendships, just dealing in life accordingly. The more we analyze things, not over analytical, but the more we analyze things, ourselves too, and things in the world, and our workplaces, and just different things we feel and see on a day-to-day basis, and we really pay attention to stuff, we miss a lot of drama, we dodge a lot of drama, and we also have those times where we have good moments where we help someone, where divine will put us in a space where we'll help someone. We are tested in that area too. Like, see if we'll help somebody, and we do it. I do it a lot. I've given, I don't like talking about, because one thing the great divine doesn't like, just, I would say my opinion, I don't think the divine likes bragging, because we all have divine tools in us. That's why I say those who pray or meditate, and we, sometimes ask for things from that positive force. Don't ask for a lot of things, because we already have it in us. The divine tools are in us. It's in the definition. Everybody has a divine ability. It's just a matter of going within and pulling that shit out. But it's not easy for a lot of us, is it? Because going within, what you hear a lot of us say, it's more easier said than done. Because once we do, it's a whole lot of shit we got to dig up. Some of us, it's a whole lot of shit that we didn't know that's laid dormant. And this could be good or bad that we don't know that's residing, that's land deep within until we go in. And some of us go in, some of us now, I would say it's, I guess kind of me, but I've come a long way. As many of us, just think about it. We've come a long way. Family, brother, sister, salute. It can be very, very challenging for some of us. Some of us is like a haunted house going deep within. It's like, ooh, but we have to do it. We have to go through the uncomfortable stages and things we don't like and things that make us feel uneasy. Go through that shit. You just love yourself later. And the icing on the cake will show love to others. And even when we do come into a toxic person, place, or thing, we'll understand where the toxicity is coming from. Because again, sometimes people are aware, sometimes they're not. But it's beautiful when we come into those that are not aware and just be like, oh man, thanks for telling me that, my brother, or thanks for telling me that, my sister, or family member, or just someone that enlighten us and help us to tap into things and make us understand or overstand or understand why we have the behaviors we have. Because this, man, and I see, I observe the media about dating and how, nice guys are starting to become more, I would say, a little more tough. Because I consider myself a nice guy. And there's not a lot of brothers out here, even the aggressive brothers. Beneath it, they're very nice. It's just life makes us aggressive. And sisters too. We got good, wholesome sisters out here. But you got those that's stuck in that conditioning, and I don't know, are not able to come out of it and looking for the wrong things in a partner, and it backfires on them and they end up living a life of misery. And those who are enlightened, whether brother or sister, we don't want that for people. We want the best for people. But again, those who have to learn how, you have to want to help yourself. And also, we have to practice what we teach. Not preach, teach. We have to practice what we teach. And folks, that's for me too, And again, I go through battles too. I'm telling you, I had a heck of a battle this weekend psychologically. Things are trying to enter my mind. Things are trying to get in there. And that's what happens to a lot of us when we're on this walk, or something righteous is about to happen or happening, and you're giving an impact. Of course, that devil, that negative force, is going to try to come against you. And the harder it's trying to come against you, that means you are either making a breakthrough or you have made a breakthrough. But stay with it. I don't give a damn. Stay with it. Think of all the things Mother Nature and that great divine has, put that spirit in us to make us power through. We are generals, and we will always be generals. I don't give a damn. So those who are seeking to be aware, you have to want it. The power, willpower. We have to have that divine willpower. We have to say, no, I'm going to do the right thing, even when it's not easy. That's why we on the right side of the road on my banner here. And like I said, no pits or stops for toxicity, lust, attention, and just flow freely. Let things come naturally. What we need, needs first. Divine gives us what we need, not what we want. Because as my son, Lord Lamont, salute, as me and him discussed on the father and son discussion, we've done many of those. Look for those too. And again, I'm going to have another hip hop what if podcast, and it'll be mostly about my son. There'll be other artists I'll talk about too, but I'm going to put him on my list, and I'm going to play, I will probably play a couple of his songs he made, him and I made, and just going to speak on my son a little bit and put the spotlight on him. So salute Lord Lamont. Might do that this weekend, got to get in touch with him. But yeah, we have to stay with it, because we as humans, as I say 1,000 times, we don't know what's coming in the future. But when we connected to that divine spirit somehow, some way, we will know, right? But we have to be in that space of knowing, not believing, as I learned from two great brothers. They say that you got to watch that word believe. We have to know, because knowing has foundation. Belief has a little doubt in there, because I mean, just take a look around. Just take a look in the world. There's people believe in anything, even things that's against nature, and and it's gonna hurt them in the long run. I said before, I'm not against anyone that that does anything they want to do, but what some people forget, especially those who go against nature and altering their bodies and doing stupid shit to their bodies and changing the way that divine made their body to be. Well, that's all fine and dandy, messing your body up, but I hope you're ready for what's to come behind it. See, because consequences come for all of us, kind of like karma, So if you want to alter your body and change your gender and all that kind of stuff, go right on ahead. But I just hope you're ready for things to come with it. Because people always say, I've said this before, but, we say that great divine gives us free will. But what stupid people need to realize also gives us consequences, stupid, and I have to say it aggressively like that. Because again, those of us that are enlightened and reaching and teaching, we don't want to see people hurt. But stupid is, stupid does. And we have to show tough love, And, again, I'll go back to the dating thing. A lot of nice females and a lot of nice males are changing their views. I'm talking about the ones that are genuine and real. And this brother or sister, younger or older, those who are aware and somewhat of an adult, and those that are nice and just want nice things and not a soft nice, but because kindness is a gift. It's not something to be, and empathy is a gift from that great divine. I don't care. That's God sent, real God. If you have empathy, because that can be a challenging thing to have, or study or to come across, to have in one's soul. But having empathy is wonderful. You breathe better. And I think that's good for the immune system too, just like positivity and having gratitude. All those things are good for the body. It's good for the immune system. It really is. And I mean, how we think about ourselves on the inside that nobody else knows we're thinking about will determine how we live our life on the outside. Fight those battles. Man, divine, that divine road, man, that great divine puts us all on a great divine road. We're all on this great divine road for a reason. We have to protect our peace. We have to. It's not a matter of if. We have to at all costs. And many of us know this. And some take, life and having a partner and take life for granted. I feel sorry for those who do that. You're going to have a miserable future. But as I said, a lot of nice brothers and nice sisters are beginning to back up from dating, because people just don't want to deal with themselves. People want things their way and manipulative and tricky and all this old dumb shit. So a lot are beginning to be single. Those don't want to date anymore, and that entitlement shit. No one's entitled to shit. You know what I'm saying? We are not entitled to nothing. Everybody has to deal with oneself. Again, I got attacked this weekend. I get attacked sometimes, psychological attacks. But again, when we study, when we have studied human nature, especially ourselves, it won't be, and we have mastered our emotions. We separate the psychological attack from the emotion. We don't let our emotion get drawn up in it. No, we study the thought or anything that's coming at us, not just the thought. But it starts with the thought. The body follows the mind, and we study it. And if it don't belong in our mind, we didn't put it there. We deflect it and tell that devil to get the hell out of here. Because we're on a divine mission. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the things that was in my mind. We got to stay on this divine road. That great divine got us all on this divine road, and forever and evermore. Protect our peace at all costs. Salute.